Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, round 10 of the Dhewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Let's put that up as well. Let's carry on with this. Just seen the We Are Driven intro. The We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing the Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, and then get yourselves over to We Are Driven as well. See what's going on over there. And then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and drop a little donation on there if you can. Right, scores for tonight. Round 10 from Goodwood. Rob Scott still leading the way then. What have we got? 275 points on the board for Rob. Leading the way by a fair old chunk over Luke Doherty in second with 240 points. Cutler in third with 180. Cutler 182 with 233 points. Pajonski fourth with 226 points. We've got D-Dot in fifth. He's got 212 points, so still pretty close. A few rounds left to go as well. Graham Reed's stint in sixth with 168 points. One Eye Lou DK with 137 points in seventh. KJM 100 in 8th with 128 points. Conrad Race in 9th with 87 points. Mark Parker CRT with 84 points in 10th. Get rid of that. And we move to the lower half of the table. We've got Ryan Duds in 11th with 61 points. Old Trawler in 12th with 57 points. CRT Millerman now changed his name tonight. LWR Millerman tonight. He's got 56 points. Also with 56 points is Cash Converter DK in 14th. P180 15th with 39 points. And Waldy 16th with 19 points. So that is scores up until this point. Just before we get into this lobby, still plenty of t-shirts and stickers available. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you fancy any of that. Or get hold of the Facebook page and throw me a message. T-shirts and stickers still available. Right, let's get ourselves in this lobby. 15 minutes quali, followed by a 15-minute race. Medium tyres only for quali and race 1. Then we jump into a reverse grid, race 2. And the top 3 carry over extra weight as well. So the top 3 from last week will be carrying extra weight for race 1 and quali. And we are graced by the presence by my Lord Dan KBL. Dan Butcher Lord, my Lord, has graced us with his presence. So if you're not familiar, Dan KBL actually drives in the Mini Challenge UK series. I'm not sure whether that's actually happened this year. I think there's been a few mini races. I'm sure I've seen it. So yes, we're graced with his presence tonight. Let's see how he gets on, see if he's still got what it takes. I've been giving him a bit of grief, saying he was scared, that's why he's not come back this season. Scally, how you doing, brother? All right, mate? Right, turn the usual nonsense on for you lot. Qualifying underway then, 15 minutes. Pajonski, first man out on track at the minute. Oh, someone's just got it wrong. Not sure who. Oh, okay, they've already done an out lap. This is their hot lap. Let's see what they've got then. Dan KBL has still got what it takes. Not over yet. We've still got drivers to go. We've still got, like I say, 11.5 minutes of this qualifying to go. Let me see if I can pull up a quick track map, because I've forgotten corners. As soon as I see it, as soon as I see them, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Here it is. That's that. That's Levant, of course it is. That's Woodcote, yeah. That's Madgwick, Ford Water, and St Mary's. We're in. Dan KBL even given a little bit of an indicator there. Look, he's got time to mess about and play with all the different buttons. So half a second quicker than anyone else at the minute. Oh, Cutler's just got the final turn wrong. Dan KBL coming into this. I'll tell you what, let's get ourselves on board with the super duper Dan KBL. Go for a lap on board with him. Another 1:21.6, a little bit slower that time into turn one then. Through Woodcote, sorry, Madgwick. Got me mapped the wrong way up. Heading through Ford Water. Down towards St Mary's. Tricky little section this, carrying a lot of speed through here. It's into the right-hander, carrying as much speed as possible. Try not to run it too wide on the exit, and then you've got to sling it back the other way into this left-hander. Again, not chucking it out onto that grass. It has been compared to Willow Springs, but with grass, this circuit. So a lot of runoff. Winnie, evening bro, how you doing? Zach, evening, why aren't you racing tonight? Why aren't you racing, Zach? You're scared of Dan, aren't you, tonight? Calling you both out. Made me miss off that lap as well, look. But it's alright, you've seen it, you've seen it. Into Woodcote then, down towards the chicane. A lot of people not overly happy with this chicane either. Can catch a few drivers out. Good exit there though for Dan KBL. We won't spend all our time with Dan, don't worry. Another fastest though, 1:21.029 for him. So it just sticks a little bit extra on that qualifying time. Have some of that. Pajonski sitting in second, 1:21.506 then. Luke Doherty in the pits. A little bit of rear end damage. Damage is on light, so it will repair itself. Back out. What's he got on? Yeah, mediums, of course. It's mediums only, race one. Free tyre choice in race two. D-Dot sitting in fourth. What did Luke Doherty have on the clock? 1:21.9. D-Dot no time on the board, but he's 0.3 back from Luke. That puts him on a 1:22.2 then. Oh, Conrad Racing just getting a little bit sideways with a one-eyed Lou by the looks of it. No damage on Conrad's car. 1:22.3 for Conrad, sitting in fifth at the minute. Cutler, we saw him run himself wide at Woodcote. 1:22.4 for him. Oh, is that one-eyed Lou in the background again, just getting that turn wrong? Is it D-Dot? Rob Scott then, championship leader. 1:22.5, got himself a 7th position on the grid. One-eyed Lou 8th, 1:23.7 currently. He's gone for the all black this week. LWR Millerman, here he is, 1:22.4. He's just put himself into 6th position. As everybody else, there was one-eyed Lou, Old Crawler, 1:24.1. And Kaz Converter, 1:28.1. Did Kaz get her wheel this week? I have not kept up with the chat. I've heard all the excuses, Zach. Believe you me. It's not the internet playing up, right? It's the missus. binge watching something. Still on that one, 21.029 then. Still half a second quicker than anyone else on track. Over halfway through this qualifying session, Pajonski doing what he can to try and close the gap up on old Dan KBL. Malord. You can use that one, Zach. All right. Are you flirting with Dan KBL there, Winnie? He's in the pits getting a fresh set of tyres. Pajonski not able to go quicker that time. I think it was no, it wasn't. It was 1:38. It's under pressure from Old Crawler there as they go through. Oh, has he just nudged Old Crawler off there a little bit, maybe? Luke Doherty just going quicker, slots himself. Oh, he just goes off track as well. 1:21.5, chucks himself into third position on the grid. D-Dot then fourth. 0.7 back from Luke. So that's, yeah, still on that 1:22.2 then for D-Dot. Yeah, it can be a tricky circuit, Goodwood. Wheel on the grass can mean a trip into the wall or a trip into oblivion if you go on the infield. I'm in trouble. She's in trouble for hogging all the internet. I don't know how you can be streaming this with such poor internet. How much high quality it is and stuff. Tell her to put it in low res, damn it. Stop giving it the old full HD 4K. Conrad then still in fifth, 1:22.3. Nearly called you CRT Millerman. LWR. What's LWR stand for, Mr. LWR Millerman? You'll have to enlighten me in between races. Cutler then still seventh, chucks himself back in the pits for a fresh set of boots. Someone else has just gone quicker. Who was that? Who was that? Rob Scott's just gone quicker. 1:21.7 then, championship leader. Finds himself a little closer to the front. Did you take the win in race 2 last week, Rob? Did you? Does that mean you're carrying really, really heavy weights in your car? See if Rob Scott can go any quicker then before the end of this qualifying session. Only 3.5 minutes just over to go. D-Dot then gets pushed down to 5th position. Still on that 1:22.2. Conrad Racing also pushed down another position to 6th. Cutler as well. Millerman 7th. Cutler pushed down to 8th. Back on a fresh set of tyres though. A little bit less fuel on board, so just 3/4 of a tank on for Cutler. The car a little bit lighter. One Eye Lou just coming out of the pits. Just allowing some of these drivers to come through then before he sets off. Old Crawler then 10th. Left the lobby and come back. 0.3 back from One Eye Lou. Oh, I can't see One Eye Lou's time either. 1:22.4 for Cutler then. As a second back, 1:25. Another 0.3 back, 1:25.3. 1:25.1 for Cas Converter. Conrad then sticking in a sneaky sneaker. 1:20.885, so takes out Dan KBL from that pole sitting position. By 1.5 tenths as well. $4G. Oh dear. What's Dan got? What's he got? He's a fresh set of boots on. Oh, he's done it. He's a 127.92. Just a hundredth faster than Conrad. It's still got time to play with though. Minute and a half left. Can Conrad retake it? That was a good lap he put in. 120.7. Oh, sorry, it was 120.8. Sorry, from Conrad. That one at 125.2. Still gets another chance now though. Who is that in front of him? Is he going to benefit from a bit of a tow from Rob Scott? Possibly, yes. He's got another driver in front of him as well. He might be able to slingshot both of these. There's Cutler just in front. Luke Doherty off track or ghosting. All the way out to the edges of this circuit then for Conrad. Oh, Rob Scott just dipping a wheel on the grass but keeps it on track. What have you got, Conrad? It's looking pretty good at the minute. It's been a clean lap so far. 30 seconds left on this race timer then. Gaining on Rob Scott down this Levant straight. Oh, Cutler a little bit deep there again. He goes off. Is he going to get in the way of these two coming through the chicane? Conrad Racing backs off quite early. He's back on Rob Scott though. Has it gone any quicker? No, 121.6 for him. Oh, he's got across the line though. He gets another shot at it. Cutler doesn't. Cutler's off. That's his chances over. So Cutler's going to end up. He's fifth at the minute. We'll see if anybody else makes a move. Conrad Racing also gets the job done on Rob Scott. Heading through St Mary's then. Don't get this one wrong. Still carrying a lot of speed then for Conrad. Old Crawler just parked at the side of the track. Again, still pulling time over Rob Scott as well as Conrad Racing. Where's our man Dan on circuit? Where is he? Just coming through the chicane. Can he go any quicker? No, he goes backwards instead. A 136, so he's ruined that one. Oh, it's a 121.6, sorry. Oh no, that was Conrad we're watching. What's he got? 1920. A 121.089 then for Conrad on that final lap. So Dan KBL then does hold on to that pole position. Conrad Racing takes second place on the grid. Pajonski third, Luke Doherty fourth, Cutler fifth, Rob Scott sixth, sorry, D. seventh, LWR Millerman 8th, One Eye Lou 9th, Old Crawler 10th, and Cas Converter in 11th. So race one then, 15 minutes. Same setup, medium tyres only, damage on light. It's fuel wear on, tyre wear on times 5 and fuel on times 4. Dan KBL then, let's see, can he pull a gap from these drivers behind? No lights to look out, unfortunately. Just have to wait for him to get off. And they are away now. A big handful of wheel spin from Dan KBL though. Conrad Racing gets a great start, fires himself straight past into that top spot. Dan KBL up to speed now though, gets himself back in the slipstream of Conrad Racing. Pajonski slotted himself third position, Luke Doherty still fourth. Is everybody through the first couple of turns cleanly? Yes, they are. Everyone on track in position. Old Crawler losing a position, actually. Cas Converter getting a better start, up to 10th then for Cas. Crawler getting it a little bit wrong then. Conrad out front. What's he got? Half a second over Dan KBL. Dan KBL's under a little bit of pressure from Pajonski. Let's get ourselves on board with Conrad and have a little bit of a look back at these boys. Dan KBL closing up then. Head down towards this last. Oh, it's catching the curb on the way through. It's a double apex turn, that one. It can catch a few drivers out. It's caught Cutler out once or twice tonight already. Most people through the chicane. Luke Doherty dives over to one side of the track to try and drop the toe for Cutler, and then goes back into the defensive position. Conrad racing. Dan KBL starting to pull a bit of a gap between themselves and third place, although that tiny indiscretion between Dan and Conrad just slowed them down a tiny little bit. Gap still only at 0.4 between first and second. Top 5 all still pretty close. Rob Scott just on the tail end of that fight in the background. Oh, Pajonski going deep. Luke Doherty up the inside. There he is. Oh, wrong driver. There he is. He gets through, carrying not much speed either. Is Pajonski. Cutler dives through as well. Losing 2 positions there, Pajonski. I think were you second last week, or did you carrying extra weight this week as well? Coming under threat from a closing Rob Scott also. Getting a good run out of this final turn towards Cutler and Luke Doherty, but has to slow down because of the chicane. Rob Scott then definitely getting closer to this fight. These 3 still pretty close together. Conrad still leading this one. Dan KBL still right behind him. Now is Dan KBL being sneaky and just saving his fuel and tyres, or can he not get past a very well defending Conrad? He goes for the move down towards St Mary's. A brave move as well. All side by side through there, but Conrad's hit the dirt. Where's he gone? Oh my god. Getting himself back on track as well. It's a good entrance back on track. Kept himself pretty much out of trouble. Oh, there we go. Dan KBL playing the good deed there. So, because there was a tiny bit of contact and off went Conrad, he actually slowed down, put his hazards on, and allowed Conrad to come back through. But that slow bit of driving has allowed Luke Doherty to come through to the front of this field. And now the battle kicking off behind again. Conrad racing right on the chuff of Luke Doherty. Oh, he hits the chicane there. Again, nowhere for anyone else to go, so it is a 6-way fight now. Rob Scott is definitely on the back end of this fight. Everybody swapping and a swapping, losing toe. Pajonski getting himself past Dan KBL as well. Cutler looking a little bit dangerous. Rob Scott as well. Just, what's he? Only 0.1 back. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong car. 0.6 back from this fight. It definitely within slipstream range. Getting dragged along by these lot who are all battling it out. Look, 3 wide as they head down towards St Mary's. The Maniacs. Pajonski holds the lead. Oh, Dan KBL thought about going up the inside. Don't push another driver off. Rob Scott, keep it on track. He does. Almost ejects himself off the other side though, but he is tucked right under the rear wing of Cutler's Mini. Not that these have got wings, actually. They just lose a little bit of speed. So yeah, top 6 all pretty close together. What is it between them all? 1.7 seconds between the top 6. Millerman in 7th, 5.1 seconds back. One Eye Lou only 1.1 back in 8th. D-Dot 9th, 0.3 back, 0.4 back. Cas Converter in 10th. Just coming down the Levant straight. Got old Crawler 1958 for company as well in 11th. Closing up as they head down towards this last turn. It's all kicking off back at the front. Luke Doherty under all sorts of pressure from Conrad Racing and Dan KBL. He's going to have drivers coming all different sides of him as he heads down here. Everybody looking for a way through. Luke Doherty doing the best he can to defend against this buzzing pair of minis, Conrad Racing and Dan KBL. Tiny bit of contact between Dan again there and Luke this time. Drivers keep it on track. Luke Doherty then slots himself back through into second, or maybe there's a tiny bit of contact between Luke and Conrad. Maybe it's not all your fault, Dan. But it is a massive, great punch up now. Who do we go on board with? Where's Dan? There he is, going around the outside. Can he keep it on track? Luke Doherty, oh, it's close. Gets it through. Oh, Conrad's hit the, he's hit the chicane. Oh my God, it's all kicking off. Conrad Racing then loses a couple of positions down to fourth. Rob Scott also through to fifth position, getting the job done on Pajonski. And now gets the job done on, oh, Conrad Racing's backwards. He's got it all wrong there. All wrong into Madgwicks, put a wheel on the sand, spun himself around. Let's catch back up with him in a second, find out where he is on track. But Luke Doherty then still leading this race. Oh no, he's backwards now. Dan KBL's backwards. Oh my God, Cutler is leading the race. He's got a second gap. Oh my God, there's drivers everywhere. Rob Scott into second then. Pajonski third. Dan KBL in fourth. Luke Doherty back on track in fifth. One Eye Lou up into sixth. Then Conrad Racing back on track but down in seventh. Was battling for the lead a few seconds ago, unfortunately. As was Luke Doherty. So Millerman in eighth. 2.1 back from Conrad. D-Dot's ninth, 8 seconds back. Looks like D-Dot might have got it wrong somewhere as well, possibly into St Mary's. Again, it is a tricky corner. Old Crawler back past Kaz Converter then. 3.5 seconds, the gap to make up then for Kaz. Can she do it? Cutler then out front, 1.7 second lead at the minute. 6 minutes remaining in this race. Can anyone get that time back from him? Are these boys going to start working together to close that gap up, or are they going to still up the inside again there for Dan KBL? He likes St Mary's, doesn't he? Hey, you're watching, Zach. Right, if he's behind you coming into St Mary's, fend him off a bit more, open some doors or something. Boys are just leaving enough room open for Dan to slot one in up the inside, but you've seen it can be a little bit dangerous. So Pajonski hanging on to fourth at the minute. So we've had pretty much top six all over the place in positions. Rob Scott almost going wide there. Dan KBL comes through, takes advantage of that. Now 2 seconds the gap between himself and Cutler up front. Tyres looking good on Cutler's car as well. Half a tank of fuel on board. That'll be plenty to finish this one. Dan KBL's tyres looking a little bit worse than Cutler's, but not by a lot. A little bit less fuel as well, but still plenty on board to finish this one. Same for Rob Scott holding third. Pajonski fourth. Tyres looking very similar to Rob's. Doherty in fifth, 5.9 seconds down. Conrad Racing's got himself back past. Oh no, what's happened to One Eye Lou? Where have you gone? All the way down to ninth. Spun it off track somewhere then because he's not been in the pits. So Luke Doherty fifth, Conrad sixth, and now only 3.9 back from Luke. Millerman in seventh, D-Dot eighth. One Eye Lou now. Oh, he's off track again through St Mary's. There you go. He's off into oblivion. He gets himself back on track just as he hits Levant. But losing time then. Old Crawler closing up. 6.5, 6.4 seconds the gap. And pulled more time over Cas Converter as well. 9.5 seconds the gap between these two. Right, back up front, Cutler still pulling time from Dan KBL, 2.2 seconds the gap. Just over 3.5 minutes remaining. Pulling all sorts of time from third and fourth positions. These two still having a damn good fight. Let's have a get on board with this little ding-dong as they head down towards St Mary's. There it is. Rob Scott having to chuck a handful of brake on there. Pajonsky slings one around the outside at Levant. He's not going to be able to carry the speed. Might be able to get the better run out as they head down the straight. Closing back up on Rob Scott. Swings himself out to the left. A little bit late there to cut him off. Can he carry the speed down towards Woodcote? Scott then holds the first apex. Pajonsky tries to slot one back up the inside into the chicane and gets the job done through into third then. Good move by Pajonsky. Just sets himself up all the way back from Levant to get that position done. And now pulled a bit of time over Rob Scott as well. A little bit far back from Dan KBL to probably not make that gap up. Not without a mistake from Dan. Can Pajonsky close that gap back up as well? Rob Scott. So the gap up front is coming down at 1.9 seconds. Dan KBL throwing it down then in these last few minutes. A little bit sideways through St Mary's. Nobody to overtake through there that time, you see. Still, he takes another 0.2 out of Cutler's time. Cutler will also be seeing that time drop a little bit as well. Is Dan known for giving like the old lights flash to put people off? Is he a cheat like that, Zach? Does he intentionally have crappy internet so he glitches? So that puts people off. Gap has come down again, 1.6 seconds. This will become a final lap though, I think. I don't think they're going to see another one after this one. Oh, that's it. Dan's into the grass. That's his fight against Cutler over. Now he's got to try and defend. Oh, he's not going to defend. He's running far too slow to defend from Pajonsky. Or is he? Can he get himself up to speed? Pajonsky. Dan's going to try and defend it through St Mary's. Pajonsky's done well though around the outside. Rob Scott unfortunately not able to close that gap up enough to try and do the same down there, but he is back in the fight with Dan KBL. Right, let's just get ourselves up front then, because they are coming down to finish this lap with only 10 seconds remaining. Not going to get across the line in that time. They've got this turn and the chicane to go. Not going to hit that before the timer runs out. Cutler then 5.2 seconds lead out front then by the end of this one. Oh, a little bit of a tap there between Pajonsky and Dan KBL. Dan KBL really pushing then to try and take as many places as possible. First for Cutler. Pajonsky does hold on to that second position. Dan KBL takes third. Rob Scott fourth. Luke Doherty comes home in fifth. I've got Conrad Racing in sixth. He was unable to close that gap up on Luke either. D-Dot seventh. Wiggling away from the D-Dots. And LWR Millerman giving us a wiggle as well as he crosses the line for eighth. Old Crawler coming home in 9th. One Eye Lou looks like he's made another mistake. Old Crawler into Woodcote. It's just got to hang the anchors on for the chicane. There it is, 9th place for Old Crawler. One Eye Lou, yeah, looks like his tyre wear's caught him out somewhere. He takes 10th then. Cas Converter through the chicane. And going to take 11th place. And there it is. So race 1 done for round 10. We've got a little bit of a break and then we jump into race 2. Half an hour. Reverse grid. Top 3 carrying over extra weight as well. So that means you, Cutler. Maybe Dan KBL and Luke Doherty spun themselves off track on purpose to not pick up the extra weight in race 2 and start further up the grid. Maybe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's some strange strategies out there. Of course they didn't. Rob Scott and Pajonsky having a good battle there then. Yeah, the first half of that race was pretty intense with all 6 drivers battling it out, swapping places left, right and centre. Yes, Mr. LWR Millerman. What does LWR stand for? Racing, isn't it? Obviously, I assume. What do we think it is, peeps? Longest wheel spin racing. So yes, Cutler gifted the win there. Drivers deciding they don't like the tarmac. They wanted to go and visit some of the old planes parked in the infield. Well, apart from Dan KBL, who decided to go and see some of his fans. And smashed into the wall. It's taking the restriction out from it. Ah, sack. You've got to report him, man. FIA or something. Got to be involved. Tell that grumpy bloke who runs Mini Challenge, the one who's you say costs too much. Tell him, grass him up. So yeah, getting a well, Pajonsky asking for a 5-minute break. I'm sure they're going to get it. Yeah, race 2 starts at 21:15 then, so you've got 6 minutes of waffle. Bob, whack, 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 whack. All the quacks, Bob. And just for Bob, a cockadoodle do. I can't say that, Dan. I can. You can F off. Maybe that's what Zach's done. Maybe Zach's got like that dude to listen in while he grasses you up, Dan. I wouldn't stand for that, mate. Go and confront him in the pits next race. Don't have it. So yes, top 3 carry over extra weight. It's just popped up on screen there. So for first place, he now weighs 1,109 kilos versus the 1,050 he did weigh at the beginning. Second place is 1,097 kilos, and third is 1,085. So incrementally heavier. The better position you got. It does make for some better racing. I'm sure the people carrying the weight will probably disagree. Zach, see, give the missus 20 quid, send her down the shop or something, go and get a glass of wine with her mates, and all the internet's yours. And you can come and put it on Dan, show him what's what. I'm sitting here smirking to myself massively, just thinking why didn't you pair up? Maybe. What you got to say, Luke? Check the group chat. That race was horrible. I don't want to check the group chat. That's never a good sign. I don't want to check the group chat. Might be some swearing in it. I'll have to go to my safe space, damn it. Oh, glitching. Ah, well, that might be a you issue, Luke. No, I didn't see any glitching. There was one tiny bit from Dan KBL as he came through the chicane in sort of the last quarter of the race, but that was it. Rob Scott and Chris Cutler were stuck on the grid. Danny McCain wasn't even, so D-Dot wasn't even on screen at all. He finished third. Luke finished third according to his screen. He was having to watch my stream to figure out where everyone else was on track. That's probably why Luke put it backwards. Well, like I say, Luke, there was no glitching from my end. So I don't think it's a lobby issue. It might be your dodgy internet issue, possibly. Don't be nice to him, Pajonski. Should have your war face on. If I type it in the chat that you're coming, it might happen. I'm typing it, and there's a 30-second delay. He's already in the lobby. He's already in the lobby. There it is. He's not messing about. He's taking the advice. He's oofed the missus off of Netflix. If your internet's bad, don't be 4G in the stream and your PlayStation. Jesus. See what Cutler's typing. I'll tell him to sod off. Right, let's get ourselves on track then. Just Cutler giving the shout. He needs to check everybody's weight. Oh, One Eye Lou getting it a little bit wrong through Woodcote again. Cas Converter's livery looking good. Red Bull. Yeah, not looking like Cas got her wheel set up then. Still looks a little bit pad input there, unfortunately. Oh, you'll love it, Cas, you'll love it. Just turn it in, smooth and nice, exactly where you want it to be. I know you don't want to hear that, I know you don't want to hear that. Poor Conrad Racing having a great start to race one. Leading the way, dipped a wheel on the grass, spun himself round, as did Luke Doherty. Luke having some glitch issues though. Can the Millerman, now under the longest wheel spin racing logo, pick up some more points? Is there anything on the car? I can see LWR Racing, but no idea what it means. No idea. LWR Design, alright, okay. Longest wheel spin racing design then, maybe. You dented up on the back already, Pajonski. Oh no, it just looks like it. I think I might have said that a few races actually. Here we go then, race starting. We have got the Blackwell on track. Start from the back, I hope, with all the weight. And hard tyres only. He does start from the back of the pack, so Cas Converter leads us away there. One Eye Lose second, Old Crawler third. LWR Millerman in fourth. Let's see if we can, there we go. Why did you go all the way down to 11th? I didn't want to do that. Oh, One Eye Lose, stuck on the grid. Loads of drivers having to take avoiding action then. Oh, Old Crawler going wide. D-Dot followed him off track as well. They both get it back on track. Might be going for a restart here. Cutler's gone for a, yeah, there we go. Cutler's gone for a recall. So yeah, not a great start there by One Eye Lou. Yeah, 4 cars stuck, flipping it. That's no good. Too late, Zach, you're in. Just under his sump bung a little bit, so it slowly loses oil on the way round, and eventually overheats and pops. Don't undo his wheel nuts. Don't want to kill him. catch Luke getting that one all wrong. Right, let's try again then. Off he goes then, off into the infield. Bye, Luke. Into the invisible wall. Starts all the way back at the start line. Right, race 2, restart. This time we will start from the back of the pack just to see if everyone gets away well. No. Why are you playing games, PlayStation? That's... Oh, Luke Doherty's now stuck on the grid. All sorts of issues tonight then. Just Luke Doherty, I think. It is. All 11 drivers got away except Luke. He's now asking for a restart. Let's see what happens. Cutler ghosting out again then. So yeah, we might be going for a third attempt at this one. Yes, we are. Someone's internet is not playing ball tonight. Oh, we might be losing this lobby here. That's 4 drivers left the room. Let's hope Dan's game crashed. Flipping heck, there you go. All sorts kicking off. But I don't, yeah, who knows? Pajonsky's left, D-Dot's left. Luke's back. Pajonsky's back. D-Dot's back. Cas Converter's back. Hopefully just resetting. Leaving and coming back can do the world of good. So still missing a driver. Who was that? One-Eyed Lou, is it? Still not back in the room yet? I know 2 drivers missing. Dan KBL is not. Oh, his game crashed, of course. So he won't be in the room, will he? But yes, no One-Eyed Lou at the minute. So Dan's back. Still no One-Eyed Lou though. Here he is. Is that the new livery then, Mr. Blackwell, is it? Speaking of which, might need to have a chat with you about some race tops, my friend. Oh, cuts the corner there. That's not how we race. Come on, Zach. I know you've been away for a while. Let's see if we can get a decent shot of your livery. No, because you're hiding away. Probably can have a few more sponsors on there, I would have thought. LWR then, longest wheel spin racing. Possibly. Toyo tyres, Scottish livery for Old Crawler. He's not messing about, showing his colours on the roof there. Great big, I don't even know what the Scottish flag's called, sorry. Is that really bad of me? It's going to be like the thistle or something, isn't it? Right. Version 3 of race 2. Maybe. Again, we'll get ourselves at the back and see if everyone gets away well. So bumper cam then with Zach Blackwell. Let's just see if everyone gets away. Wait for these lights to drop. Hopefully we get a good start for race 2. Nobody taking a massive avoiding action, so it looks like everyone's managed to actually leave the grid. Zach not getting a good start though. All these drivers leaving him for dust at the minute. Yeah, I know it's a wind-up. He's coming back though, he's not having that. Smoker Hontus is back on course. He's looking to take the position off of Cutler, who was gifted the win in race 1, so he is carrying a lot of weight. Oh, it's all kicking off up front. One Eye Lose off track. Oh, Millerman fires himself up the inside of D-Dot to take the lead. D-Dot almost comes back at him through St Mary's. Cas Converters off at St Mary's. One Eye Lose off at St Mary's. Conrod's off at St Mary's. Flipping heck, there's all of them. Come on, calm it down, people. Get in a line and then I can see what's what and who's who. Millerman stretched his lead out to 1.3 seconds at the minute from D-Dot. So it is free tyre choice this time. Any tyre between the super soft and the hard tyre available. Millerman has gone for softs on the front, softs on the rear. You may see a couple of odd combinations coming up through the chicane then for the first time in race 2. D-Dot in second. He's gone for softs front, softs rear. Dan KBL under pressure from Rob Scott at the minute. Soft combo for Dan KBL. Rob Scott has gone for the super soft combo. See how long they last. Bajonski gone for soft and a soft. Blackwell has gone for softs as well, front and rear. Okay, Luke Doherty, hards up front, super softs in the rear. Blackwell with the softs we've spoken about. Conrad Racing has gone super softs front and rear. It's all kicking off here. Old Crawler back in the middle of this fight now. Softs front and rear. Cutler just making a move, not quite making a move past him actually. Having to hold on to 9th. He's gone for the soft combo, side by side with Old Crawler through Levant. He's got the line as well if they can hold it all the way down to, he can't. Old Crawler with that less weight, just able to pull ahead. Blackwell on the softs, mediums all over for Cas Converter, and mediums all over for One Eye Lou as well. Alright, back up front, D-Dot then leading. Millerman's got it all wrong somewhere. He had 1.3, 1.4 over D-Dot. Now, almost reversal of fortune, 0.6 of a second down. Oh, D-Dot stuck a wheel on the grass. It's not affected him through Madgwick. It's not allowed Millerman to close the gap up yet either. Rob Scott though into third position, 2 seconds down, being chased pretty closely by Dan KBL though. In that slipstream range, got Bajonski just in the background. He's got a little bit of a penalty to lose, but that shouldn't take him much. Conrad Racing into 6th. Fast into St Mary's, being hotly chased by Luke Doherty in 7th. Cutler with all that weight on in 8th. And now Blackwell 4-1-1, struggling to get past Old Crawler. Old Crawler in 9th. Cutler has made his way past finally. Now now Blackwell 411's turn. He's now up the inside down the Levant. Is he going to carry the speed? Looks like he is. Yeah, just got a nose in front of Old Crawler as they come into Woodcote. Keeps himself in front. Old Crawler keeps it on track as well. One Eye Lou 11th. He went off at St Mary's, as did Kaz Converter in 12th. Only 2.6 back from One Eye Lou. See if she can close the gap up on him. Oh, not like that, not like that. Getting the chicane a little bit wrong. Millerman now back up front, getting the move done on D-Dot. Wow, excuse me. Rob Scott as well, still holding that third position from Dan KBL. Half a second as well between them. Again, Rob Scott championship leader. Johnsky though falling off the back of that fight. He's now under pressure from Conrad Racing. Luke Doherty, Cutler closing that gap up as well. Let's get ourselves with a little bit of on board looking back. Oh, a nudge-a-thon from Conrad Racing. Well, maybe looking for the move, maybe not able to get past, but it did look like a deliberate nudge to help him along. Into Woodcote then. Both drivers keeping it on track. Everybody else just keeping it on track in the background as well. Into the chicane then. Conrad Racing closing up on the exit. Getting a good run out of there. Can he get the job done? No, still look. A little bit of a nudge just helping him along. Trying to close that gap up on Dan KBL in front. The gap to 3.1 seconds. 3.2, apologies. Here we go again. Conrad Racing nudge. They are not gaining time though on Dan KBL, unfortunately. The gap at 3.3 seconds. Into St Mary's again, carrying all the speed. What's kicking off in the background? Luke Doherty getting absolutely pummeled there by looked like Cutler. Again, maybe Luke Doherty has got some internet issues. You can't see drivers, so he might just be having a race and getting punted all over the place. Who knows? Maybe off track there, trying to avoid somebody that we can't see. So it is now pretty much a four-way fight. Dan KBL just hanging on to the back of the top three. Oh, Rob Scott's gone a bit wide. What? How, Rob Scott, did you manage to do that? Oh, what's happened to D-Dot? D-Dot's down in 5th. Did you get the... Oh, was it D-Dot that ran wide? It might have been D-Dot that ran wide on the exit of the chicane. Yes, I think he did. He's got a little bit of front-end damage. So gives Millerman a little bit of breathing room. Almost a second between himself and Rob Scott. Rob Scott's still got a Dan KBL for company though. He's been all over the back end of Rob Scott's car for a few laps. Not a foot wrong from either driver. Closing that gap back up on LWR Millerman. So that gap went from a second down to 0.6. Top three now pulling a bit of a gap. Just stretching away from Dan KBL as well. Dan's just got to be careful he doesn't lose the slipstream from these boys. Nice tight line through there then. Brings him back in touch with them. Nicely through the chicane as well. Conrad Racing following through in the background. Oh, was that Pajonski off track as well? It is. Back on track now. So D-Dot gets himself back through to 5th place. Conrad Racing up into 4th as well. And only 1.9 back from this fight in front. Can he close the gap up? Millerman still out front. Rob Scott still second. Tyre wear starting to kick in now, though. They'll be feeling the difference in these corners. There we go. Millerman just getting St Mary's a little bit wrong. Gets himself back on track, but loses an awful lot of positions as he comes into Levant. He's down to 4th now, unfortunately. And now he's got D-Dots. And a Pajonski pretty close. Cutler almost running himself off track. Blackwell all over the back of him as they come out of Levant. Again, Cutler, real heavy car at the minute, just being helped along by Zach. It won't benefit your race pushing this bus along, my friend. Oh, Cutler's carried far too much speed into there. Who's going to win out through the chicane? Cutler holds onto it. Oh, he's run wide on the exit though. Zach Blackwell, I think, just hanging about in the lobby, having a little bit of fun, trying not to get in anyone's way. Because I would have thought if he's at full lightweight, yeah, he'd easily be able to chuck himself down the inside of Cutler there. Just giving him a little assist. Rob Scott then up front. Millerman running himself all the way off track at St Mary's. Still holding 4th, but he's way off the fight between... okay. Oh, yeah, it's D-Dot that lost it. Oh, we just go on board with Conrad as he decides to drive himself off track down the Levant Straight. Loses time to Dan KBL, puts himself under pressure from LWR Millerman. Still 1.4 seconds the gap, but he is carrying more speed into this turn, pulling D-Dot along with him. Big handful of brake as well, just as he hits that second apex. Oh, Conrad. Oh, Conrad. No, it's all going wrong for Conrad. No, he's been reset to track as well. No, you can't do it, Conrad. Conrad, no. No, Conrad, it means a lap. It means a lap all broken and beaten up, unfortunately. So he got the exit of the chicane wrong, then decided to come in the pits, but the pits said no. And then he got reset to track. Now then, race leader and championship leader Rob Scott out front. But under pressure from this man, Dan KBL, looking at the chocolate monster in front. Both drivers taking their time through Levant then. Don't want to drive it off track. The outside left front looking a little bit worn. Super softs on board for Rob Scott. Not looking too bad compared to Dan KBL's softs, to be perfectly honest. Done a good job with those. Who has done better with fuel? Let's have a quick flick forward to Rob Scott and have a look. Maybe a lap or two more on board for Rob Scott. Might be starting to go Rob Scott's way here. He's got a little bit of a gap between himself and Dan KBL. There's plenty of space between themselves and D-Dot now. Millerman comes in the pits from 4th. So D-Dot holds on to 3rd. Bajonski moves up to 4th. Cutler 5th. Blackwell at 6th. Millerman in the pits. Conrad racing then. Still. He's out of fuel. And he picked up all that damage. Oh. Luke Doherty off track. One Eye Lou off track as well, I think. Yeah. Oh my days. Oh, it's chaos and mayhem. So Conrad racing, unfortunately, with that no fuel, just getting into everybody's way at the chicane. Nothing he could do about that. I mean, One Eye Lou kind of did just drive into the back of him, but we'll let him off. But Rob Scott then has managed to pull time from Dan KBL. 1.3 seconds out front at the minute. Tyres looking a little bit better. Still holding a bit more fuel and Dan KBL as well. So D-Dots. And then pull time over Pajonski. 2.6 seconds the gap there. Cutler 5th. Oh, Blackwell 6th. Also running himself off track a little bit. Again, done well to preserve tyres on that number 5 position car. D-Dot in the pits then. Taking on board fuel. Millerman in 7th. Just coming through. Oh, just coming through Woodcote. Thought you dipped a wheel on the grass then, Millerman. Luke Doherty in 8th. He's had all sorts of issues tonight, unfortunately, Luke. Conrad Racing 9th, fueled up, repaired, fresh set of boots on as well. One Eye Lou in 10th, also been off track once or twice. Old Crawler in 11th. 2.8 seconds back from One Eye Lou. Cas Converter, unfortunately, a minute down. Been off track a few times, I think, Cas Converter. Ooh, on, almost backwards again. So Rob Scott pulling another couple of tenths on Dan KBL. Loses a little bit through there. Dan comes in the pits though. Gives Rob Scott some much needed breathing room. Now he needs to think about stomping in a damn good lap with those worn out softs if he can, super softs. Try and cover off the undercut from Dan KBL with his fresh tyres. So Cutler's pit. Blackwell stayed out in 3rd. He's got a little bit more fuel on board. Cutler going for tyres and fuel. Dan KBL just taking on board fuel. D-Dot just finishing his outlap. He's gone for a fresh set of softs. Full tank. Millerman, fresh set of softs. When did you come in? A couple of laps ago. Just over 3/4 of a tank by the looks of things. Luke Doherty then 7th. Not stopped yet, I don't think. Luke, no, still on the... Oh, yes, he has. He's got the medium combo. Cutler in 8th, not far behind Luke either. Fresh set of tyres on board, but a big heavy car and a full tank of fuel as well. Conrad Racing 9th after his terrible incident into the pit wall. Ran out of fuel as well, but holding 9th. Unfortunately, 29 seconds down from anybody else at the minute. One Eye Lou in 10th, again stopped. Fresh set of softs. Old Crawler, fresh set of mediums. Cas Converter gone for the super softs. Rob Scott in then. Blackwell 411 in. Pajonski in. Dan KBL heading towards the... Oh, he's picked up a penalty. Where's Rob Scott? Back out then in front of Dan KBL. So tried his hardest then, Dan KBL. Even by the looks of it, tried a little shortcut. Picked himself up a penalty. So he's got to lose that now. 1.9 seconds down from race leader Rob Scott as well. What did Rob put on? Fresh set of super softs versus set of softs from Dan KBL. And we know he did a good job looking after those in stint 1, did Rob. He's also, again, carrying a little less fuel than Dan. But that's not going to help you, Rob. That's not going to help you one little bit. There it is. The fight is back on then. Dan KBL in the slipstream range of Rob Scott again. Still got that penalty to lose. But big gaps back to 3rd place. 3 seconds back to D.90. LWR Millerman trying to hunt that 3rd place back down off D.Dot. Got Pajonski just on the back end of this fight as well. 1.7 seconds back. So he'll be wanting those to get into a bit of a tangle. Luke Doherty 6th under all sorts of pressure from Cutler. I think Luke Doherty has had some issues. Oh no, his pit light is not showing up. He's going to see him in the pits this lap. In he comes. So into 7th then, Conrad Racing 8th. Fastest lap of the race as well, 1:20.420. One Eye Lou 9th, 1:21.9, just putting his fastest lap of the race in as well. Old Crawler in 10th, 10.5 seconds back from One Eye. Oh, Blackwell 411 has got the pitch glit error. He might actually be out on track, I don't know. But for us, currently not. Cas Converter, Drifter trying it through there. Should make up a position here if she passes. There you go. Passes Blackwell 411, who on my screen is stuck in the pits, unfortunately. But for the other drivers, he might still be out on track. Let's just see if there's anything popped up in the chat that's saying that certain drivers can or can't be seen. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, you're right with that, Dan. Goodwood is quite known for its glitches. Nothing coming up in the chat. Rob Scott, though, still fending off Dan KBL for this top spot. Dan KBL still losing his penalty, though, while he's tucked in the slipstream of Rob. I don't know how much longer that Rob Scott can fend off this attack. Has to go defensive into Levant. Dan KBL in a good position to get the job done on Rob Scott here. Carrying a little bit more speed. Rob Scott already gets himself over to the defensive line on the track, though. Holds that inside. Dan KBL is going to try and run it around the outside. That's not going to work. He won't get the cut back. Oh, Rob just keeps it on track before the chicane. Almost gave the position to Dan KBL. So out of the chicane, holds onto it. Still 0.4 of a second between them. 8.5 minutes left of this race. It's going to be a fight to the end between these two, I think. Dan KBL closing up again. We know he likes a bit of a slingshot down at St Mary's. Here he goes. Oh, he's a little bit too far back this time. Again, tries to work his way through the inside down towards Levant, but unable to do it. Dan KBL now is even closer to Rob Scott as they exit Levant. Still just not able to carry the speed. Rob's still in that defensive position as well. Let's get ourselves on board with the chase car. Into this chicane again then. Good exit from both drivers. Heading down this start-finish straight, getting himself back in the slipstream, just 1/4 of a second in it. Just to avoid Old Crawler as he's coming out the pits. Through Madgwick then. Again, Rob Scott just carrying a little bit more speed through there. His car's slightly lighter, less fuel on. He's got the better tyre as well, so the gap's stretched up to 0.6. Still getting a slipstream though is Dan. Again, closes up into St Mary's. Big handful of curb on the inside left. Gets the gap back down to 0.5. Into Levant then. Still, Rob Scott pulls another 10th. Can he break the toe from Dan? 3/4 of a second between them. Just close up well under braking, Dan. Rob Crawler's left the room, unfortunately. Not sure what's happened there. Another good exit out of the chicane. That's enough for your fight, though. Let's go and have a look at what else is happening on track. Podjonsky then through into third position. Racing super soft, working well for him. D-Dot in fourth, Cutler fifth. 3.8 seconds down for Cutler. Millerman in sixth, Luke Doherty seventh. Again, I think Luke's having a bit of a blind race. He doesn't know who's on track and who isn't. One Eye Lou in eighth, Conrad Racing in ninth. Kaz Converter just coming out of the pits there in 10th. Blackwell 411 giving it the jiggy in the pits. Unfortunately, we've lost Old Crawler from race 2. Now, Rob Scott has broken the toe from Dan. Gap at 1.2 seconds. Does just come back down to a second on the exit. Oh my God. What did you do there, Rob? You lost it all. Not carrying anywhere near as much speed as Dan KBL down Levant. He might be able to sling it up the outside here. No, Rob Scott tries to outbrake him. Has it worked? Oh, that's the wrong camera angle. It has. He's held on to that top spot. Dan KBL has to try again then. Starting to run out of time and laps. Now 4 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. One Eye Lou out the pits. These two at it again then. Podjonsky pulled a bit of time over D-Dot. That gap stretched up to 1.5 seconds. D-Dot's picked himself up a penalty. That's going to slow him down again. Might allow Cutler to make a bit of a move on him, but still 3.2 seconds the gap between 4th and 5th. Millerman holding 6. A long way back though, 21.8 seconds. Luke Doherty in 7th, another 14 seconds back. Conrad Racing in 8th, 25 seconds back. Also not having a great race 2 either. One Eye Lou in 9th, 10.8 seconds back. Oh. Kaz Converter, a long way back. I think Kaz has had a few offs. Dan still jigging. Rob then still managed to fend off Dan KBL. One Eye Lou's decided to hang on to the back of this train. Oh, he's carried a little bit too much speed through there, but again, Dan KBL not able to get the move done on Rob. Still only 0.4 of a second in it. 3 minutes left on the race timer. Podjonsky comfortably in 3rd at the minute. He's 5.3 back from 2nd, but he has got 1.5 back to D-Dot. So just got to keep it clean through St Mary's for a couple more laps. Don't mess it up now. I don't want to be blamed. There you go. But does lose a 10th to D-Dot. So that gap coming down. Can D-Dot get himself back into a 3rd place position here? 1.3 the gap. Cutler 3.7 back. So again, a little bit too far back. Only 2 minutes left on the clock. Just over. Millerman out on his own. Luke Doherty pretty much out on his own. He's got Conrad 4 seconds back. One Eye Lou is still another 13 seconds back. Still hanging on to Dan and Rob though. Kaz Converter still struggling with St Mary's. Again, tricky corner when you're carrying so much speed into it. Some wicked scratching there, bruv. Rob Scott then breaks that toe again. 1.6, 1.7 seconds between himself and Dan. Again, look at the tyres. He's got the super softs on, which should, in theory, wear out quicker than the softs. But Dan KBL has thrashed the life out of those. So more wear on his softs than there is on Rob Scott's supers. Oh, Rob Scott's car actually weighing a little bit more. He's got a little bit more fuel on board than Dan now. But the gap stretching even more, 2.1 seconds. Looking more and more comfortable for Rob Scott here. 50 seconds remaining. This, when they cross the line, will become a final lap. Through there cleanly. Just one more to do then, Rob. There it is, 35 seconds when he crosses the line. Dan then comes through to start his final lap. But Johnski comes through in third, still 4.2 back. Dhewitt closing that gap up a little bit. Cutler as well, taking a couple of tenths out, but this final lap it's not going to be enough. Millerman out on his own still. Luke Doherty still not being closed up by Conrad. I lose being harassed by somebody, but I can't see who it is at the minute. Oh, it's Cutler for 5th. Cas Converter in 10th. Blackwell sensibly sitting in the pits now. Decided not to have the jiggy. So Rob Scott, fuel light flashing as he comes down the Levant straight for the last time. Are into final lap then. They've just got to get through Woodcote and the chicane cleanly. Nobody in front of him either to mess it up. It's all down to him then. Through there nice and safely. Plenty of time left to mess about with. Doesn't need to take any risks through the chicane either. So Rob Scott then comes home to take the win in race 1. Race 2. Dan KBL takes 2nd. Johnski is going to take 3rd. D-Dots. Oh. How, Blackwell, did you take 4th? That's an impossibility. D-Dot crossed the line with a penalty. So, Mr. Blackwell must have been on track. And that's the issue with flipping PlayStation servers. And it is, someone mentioned earlier, Goodwood always seems to be a bit of a glitchy track for pit glitches and people not getting away well. Brands Hatch is another one for people not getting away well off the line. Don't know what it is. Must be something in their algorithmy things. But yes, that was round 10 of the Dhewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Again, some good racing. It's a shame we had some lobby issues, but nothing I can do about that. Let's hope Luke had a better race 2. Yes, Mr. Millerman, you'll have to let me know what LWR means. For the time being, it's going to be longest wheel spin racing, all right? Until you correct me. But it's nice to see Dan KBL and Mr. Zach Blackwell back on the track. My Lord Dan. You're not going to have to get us into the minis at some point. As in, into the minis. Not like to see you lot race. As in, behind the wheel. Alright? Not messing about. Some of these boys have thrashed. Was it? Have you lot done it? No, sorry. Some of the boys in the Ford Focus League on Sunday nights have all been over to Kyrgyzstan Motorsports and razzed the old Mini Coopers about. So watch yourselves. Alright? Boys are coming. Might be sim races at the minute, but smash you lot up soon, alright? Look, Zach, right, from the minute you came into the pits, you weren't back on track for me. You were stuck in the pits, giving it the jiggy. So, I don't, where did you end up? 4th, 5th? Yeah, so, yeah, for me, you were stuck at the back of the pack. Glitching out in the pits. But obviously out on track. And taking 4th. Random. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It is the issue with PlayStation lobbies, though. Gran Turismo being run by PlayStation themselves, it's their fault. There you go. Cutler saying he was stuck in the pits as well. So that is going to be it from me. I am back on Thursday night with the second series of the Archie's Journey Mazda Challenge with the P1 boys. So that's 9 PM Thursday night. It's the open top Mazda MX-5 touring cars. Good little series, that one. That's always makes some good racing. So that's 9 o'clock on Thursday. The Ford Focuses have finished now, so nothing on Sundays. Just 2 more rounds left of the minis as well. We are at Nürburgring GP next week. So yes, come and check that out. Same time, same place, 8:30. 1 more round after that. Where's the final at? Come on, where's the final at? Nürburgring GP. Oh my god. I looked at it earlier. I've forgotten. You don't need to know till 2 weeks' time anyway, so I'll tell you next week. That's when you lot need to know. So yes, just the minis and the start of the new Mazda League coming up. So Thursday night, 9 o'clock for the Mazdas, 8:30 on Mondays for the minis. But like I say, only 2 more rounds left of this. If you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker and drop a little donation on there if you want. If you actually want something for your money, then hit me up. And I'll send you some stickers for about the same amount you're going to chuck on Buy Me a Coffee. Alright, pair of stickers, £3 for the pair. Free postage. T-shirts are £22 each. Free postage as well. And a free sticker with that. Alright. Zach, talking to you. Dan, alright. Get your money out, you rich racing drivers. Go buy a shirt and some stickers. Alright. So yes, that's going to be it from me. If you want to check out any of this racing, get yourselves onto Facebook, hit up all the sim racing groups, TANSO, etc., etc. You know what, the sim racing groups I commentate for and cover. Get yourselves involved. So yeah, that's going to be it from me. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.